Welcome back to my channel. In my last wire jewelry video, I showed you how to make wire wrapped pendants. In the next two videos, I will be making wire wrapped rings. For this project, you will need jewelry making tools such as pliers and cutter, metal wires between 18 to 20 gauge. For the first tile, I will make a rose. First, I need to measure my ring size. Take a metal wire and position it in the middle of the wire. I'm using a highlighter pen as the mold to fit my finger size. Wrap it around the pen to make one loop. Then twist the wire tightly a couple of times to secure the shape of the ring. I find it easier to remove the ring from the pen and continue to twirl the remaining wires together to the end of the wire. Once the metal wire is twisted, then I will shape it into a rose. I slip the ring back onto the pen to keep the shape of the ring from bending as I shape my rose. To make the rose, simply spin the twisted wire around and around in one direction. Make sure it is tightly wound so there are no visible gaps. Make a loop and always tuck it underneath the base of the previous loop. The longer your wire, the fuller the rose. I recommend using 2 feet of wire for this project. Once the ring is full, cut the excess wire. Use pliers to shape it or to gently flatten the rose to your desired look. To keep the end from snagging or unraveling, tuck the end under the rose. For the second design, I will make a wiggly style ring. It's best to use a rounded plier or a looping plier for this style. Use the rounded edge of the plier to shape the curve. Start at one end of the wire and fold the wire onto the plier. Move along the wire in small increments to make tight curves, one after the next. You can see the waves being shaped. This process is time-consuming, but you want to make sure the curves are evenly spaced. You can use a lower gauge metal wire so it doesn't bend easily when you are wearing the ring, but then it may be harder to shape. I'm using my highlighter pen to gauge my ring size. You may find other round objects that might fit your fingers better. Once I make enough wiggles to fit my finger, I cut the wire. Connect the two ends and make sure to align them perfectly as the two ends can touch each other. The next design is an infinity sign. Take a metal wire and position it in the middle of the wire. This time I will make several loops for my ring. This is not a requirement, but since I have extra wiring, I decided to give it more loops to make the ring sturdier. I use my hand and plier to twist the wire. The pliers can scratch the metal and it creates too many edges and bend marks, whereas my fingers create smoother curves. This symbol looks like a number 8 depending on how you position it. You don't have to stop there. You can even shape it like a 4-leaf clover or 5-petal flower. If there is excess wire left after shaping the infinity symbol, loop the wire around the pen to make extra bands. Leave 2 inches of wire on one side so I can string it around the bands. Fold the wire around the bands and pull it up. Be sure to space it out evenly around the band. By stringing the wire around the bands, I am making the ring fit my finger better and it keeps the bands together. Secure the end of the wire by pinching the wrapped wire onto the ring. For my last style, I'm making a multi-band ring with circles. The looping plier is the best for making circles, but you don't need to have this tool to make the circles. Twist the tool with your wrist to make 3 to 4 loops. This is like making the bell, which I showed you in my wired pendant video. Position the circle pointing upward and wrap the wire around your highlighter pen to create 4 to 5 bands. The highlighter pen is a good measurement for an adult-sized hand. It is a bit big for my finger size, but I prefer making my ring bands bigger so I can grow into them. Once I'm happy with the number of bands, cut off the wire 2 inches longer so I can end this ring with another circle. This time I am making a different size loop than the first one. This tool can make 3 different sizes. I will make a middle size circle. Using the right tool makes the job easier since it does half the work. I want my circles to be positioned diagonally from each other, so gauge where to stop the circle to achieve this diagonal look. Twist this circle sideways. The circles should sit on my finger facing up. With multiple bands, it has the spring effect which makes the ring look wide. To make it less springy, the circle can go under and over any band to control the width of the ring. These rings are so simple to make and look so stylish. These make perfect gifts. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.